Coach Deborah has a passion and purpose to assist young men, ages 15 to 24, to overcome obstacles and build their best lives. She wants to see every young man live out their potential. She has a master's degree in human services counseling, with a major in life coaching. More importantly, she is the mother of 3 boys, who are exceptional, educated, professional men. Coach Deborah believes it is better to train early, rather than need to fix later. She utilizes basic principles and God-led concepts. Sometimes the only thing a young man has is their credibility or their name. The actions they take are based on the decisions they make. Those decisions align with their choices and result in consequences. Coach Deborah can assist you if you are lost, floundering, or confused. Embrace the help and start building your best life today.
Good morning. How are you this morning? Do I still have a glow? Well, I am still over the moon, excited, just so appreciative and humble for the blessing that God gave us on this week. Our fifth annual Men and Boys Conference was amazing. I don't know if it was amazing to you, but it was amazing to me. I am just so grateful to God for the men and women that poured into making this event such a blessing to assist our young men to be successful. So again, I want to thank all of our speakers from last week. That was K-Ron Gibson from Nassau, Bahamas, Guy Marino from Huntsville, Alabama, Pastor Basil Johnson from Nassau, Bahamas, and Nathaniel Butler from Nassau, Bahamas. It just ended up being like that, but that's the way the lineup came, and they were amazing. They all left so many nuggets. If you did not have the opportunity to view those sessions live, please, please, please go back to my pages and look at the rewinds. You won't regret the time that you spend looking at those. But I also want to take the time to thank our hosts that we had on earlier this week, rather not last week. But we had Jocelyn Charles from Dallas, Texas. She did Monday and Tuesday nights. Then on Wednesday, we had Linda Patrick from Freeport, Bahamas. And then on Thursday, we had Cynthia Ferguson from Dallas as well. And they just made it so amazing. And then Deacon Dan Smith, he opened us up on Monday night with prayer. Has always been there for us in each one of our conferences. He opens us up with prayer because we need God for everything. So again, I know I'm taking up some of the time this morning, but I had to give another thank you and shout out to everyone that made this conference a success, as well as all of you who were there listening and sending comments and all kind of gratitudes to our speakers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to calm it down and get back to today. So again, this is June, and our theme for June is Blueprint of a Great Father. Blueprint of a Great Father. And I know we normally talk about our young men and then our single mothers, but hey, it's Father's Day. This actually is tomorrow, but this month. And so I thought, hey, let's give the men some equal time. And so our theme this month is Blueprint of a Great Father, because young men can do so much, and their fathers in their lives can be valuable as well as mentors and others. So again, thank you for joining me this morning. And I have to continue back. And I'm going to leave the conference alone a little bit now. So get back to Blueprint for a Great Father. This morning, the topic I have for you. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Wow. I know you're wondering now, what does she mean about that? Well, what does she mean about that when she comes up with all of these crazy topics? So what does this one mean now? Can you hear me now? So when I say, can you hear me now? I'm talking about our young men. Can the parents hear them? Is that father listening? That's what I want to talk about today. So, if a parent is not involved with a child, it may be challenging to get through in a crisis. So you don't have that day-to-day conversations with them. You're not there when they need you. You just can't get, they can't get your attention in any way. You're not there for them. It's just one of those things. And so you don't think about it, but I don't know if you've ever been around and you have a little child, maybe somebody's visiting. So your child does something and you reprimand them or do whatever you do to them. But this other child, they're doing stuff too, but you might tell them stop whatever. But you're really paying your child attention and they're not getting so much attention. So then they may get worse and worse and worse. And you're thinking in your head, what is wrong with them? Well, they may be trying to get your attention. Hey, nobody loves me enough to check me and show me what I should and should not do. So you ever thought about that? But you cannot wait until a crisis comes up or something happens in your child's life and then you want to get involved. You want to want them to open up and have that conversation with you. That's got to be an ongoing thing. Ongoing. So just think about that. You have to be involved. And I know I talked this whole thing about being involved in your child's life, but as a reminder, they need someone that's involved, that they can go to, that's listening to them, that knows when things are not going right with them. The second thing is not being connected with that child can lead a parent to being the last to know when life has gone awry for that child. So let's just say this child is being bullied. They've been picked on. Someone's mistreating them. Someone's doing something to them. And so their whole demeanor has changed. They may before have been a talkative child, always the life of at home, making the parents laugh or whatever, but suddenly they're quiet, They're withdrawn. They don't have much to say. They're going in their rooms. But if you don't have that connection with them, you don't know a good day from a bad day with them. How are you going to know when something's different? Things are not the same if you haven't been paying attention. You won't. It's sad but true. You won't. I'm going to say that again. Something goes wrong. That child feels like I just can't. I just can't. But they don't know how to release what they're feeling because you don't have a normal father and son relationship. You don't usually talk to them, so they don't feel like they can open up now and talk to you. That's a sad, sad situation to be in. Think about that. A sudden change in demeanor from good to bad or bad to unbelievable. Maybe the calm before the actual storm. So yes, that child's demeanor has changed. They may have been an A student, well-mannered, respectable. Everyone says, oh, that child's so mannerable. And all of a sudden, they're snapping back at teachers, throwing their books down. Like, what is going on with them? And you can overlook that because you're really not paying them any attention. You may get a note. They may get suspended from school. It's like, what's going on with you? Oh, I was just having a bad day. And you take it and you leave it at that. Or they were already having problems, but now it's like you wake up, they're not even in the house. They may have something, some alcohol, some drugs, money that you don't know where it comes from. Do you question them? Oh, Jeremy left it over here. Jeremy left it in my car. Do you take that response and run with it? You don't pay it any attention. It's all good. But like I say, that could be the calm before the storm. Next thing you know, you're hearing about them doing something worse. They're with a group that robbed someone. They're using drugs. They get pulled over by the police. They have drugs in the car. They have a weapon in the car. Not only are they being disrespectful in school, they hit someone. But you were not engaged. You were not listening. You were not paying attention. That first act of being disrespectful, not only to the teachers, but to you. Throwing things around on their desks. Were they throwing things at home too? Those were signs. They were trying to get your attention. They were saying, hey, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I'm not acting like I normally do. I'm yelling at my sister. I'm taking things from my brother. I'm talking back to my teacher. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Are you hearing what I'm saying? Oh, I'm not saying anything. I'm normally talkative. I normally have a good disposition. But now I don't want to talk. Do you hear what I'm not saying? Can you hear me now? If you just joined us, that's what I'm talking about today. Can you hear me now? These are your children yelling out for help. You're not paying attention. You're not getting involved. When you are supposed to be talking to them, you're not really listening. And they begin to act out, to do things. I don't know, have you ever worked, your educator, have you ever been on a field trip with some kids? Do you work in children's ministry or something like that? And have you ever seen this child? They always doing something. And it's like, they do things and then the other kids will start laughing or whatever. And I always say, don't do that. Don't laugh because they're trying to get your attention. And guess what? They got it because you just laughing. Don't pay them any attention. But these kids are crying out for help. There's so many things going on. Things that are impacting their mental health, their self-esteem. People telling them they can't do certain things. They're never going to be anybody. And then when they're reaching out, you're ignoring them. You're not hearing them. They are trying to get your attention. They need help. Can you hear me now? And as I was saying earlier, sometimes the acting out is what? To get attention. Put that in the chat. Because even though you're adult, you're women, you're men, have you ever done that? You're upset about something your spouse forgot or whatever. You may slam a door or you may intentionally do something. Like, what is wrong with them? You're trying to get their attention without saying anything. You're trying to send them a message. You're acting out so you can get attention. Pay me some attention. You forgot my birthday. Do you hear me now? I know I work all the time. You doing stuff and then I have a birthday. Nobody even wish me happy birthday. It's 4 o'clock. Nobody wish me happy birthday. Oh my goodness. Well, you just too hot. But you doing all that because why? You could just say, oh, did you forget something today? But you're trying to get their attention. Think about it. What your child says or does not say sometimes, they are trying to get your attention. They're trying to get your attention. Sometimes it can take drastic measures to get the attention needed to talk about a problem. I get answers to life events. Drastic measures. If I do the little subtle things and you don't pay me any attention, how can I really get your attention? So just like I said, you forgot your wife's birthday. She's slamming stuff. I don't know why people came around on my birthday. They ain't paying me attention. I don't know why. Oh, I'll fix them. Yeah, they think I'm gonna cook some dinner. I ain't cooking nothing. Every day they come in here and get a hot meal. They go get a hot meal a day. They want to get it up in here. Come home. What's for dinner? You don't even say anything. You taking drastic measures. They forgot my birthday. I'll show them. Looking for some dinner. So what might your child do to get some attention? What drastic thing may they do? Steal something? Break something? Lose something on purpose? You bought them a nice Apple Watch or something. You don't see it on their arm. Where's your watch? I don't know. You'll pay $600-700 for this watch. They talking about they don't know where it is. Really? Where's your phone? Broke. How your phone break? I guess it fell. Did it fall or did they throw it? Drastic measures. They are trying to get your attention. If I'm making noise, I'm not making noise. Can you hear me now? Do you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to get your attention. Here I am. Funny, not so much. But they want to get your attention. A good father listens thoroughly and consistently. So you have to start when they are young. Listen to your child. When they little and they first start talking, and they just be talking. Daddy, daddy, daddy. And you just eat. Don't ignore them. Yes, son, what you need? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So yep, yep. No matter what type of answers you give them, even if you don't understand what they're saying, communicate. Because when they get older and they can talk, you can communicate. Because one day they're not going to want to communicate. They're going to be out on their own. They're not going to have time for you. But in these critical years, when we're trying to do those things to help our young men succeed in life, you've got to engage with them. You have got to pay them attention. You have got to listen. Don't ignore them. Don't be too busy. You don't have time. They need you. They need you. Right? And the last one I have, don't miss out. Say that again. Don't miss out. Stay connected and in the know. If you know consistently on a daily basis what's going on, then you're in the know. If you're in the know, you know when something different happens, when something different is going on. You know when life shifts. You know when life changes. You know if something is going on that you need to step up and get involved in. So they may be acting out. They may stop talking. They may start talking. They may stop doing homework. They may start losing things. They may start talking back. They may start doing a lot of things. But so if you are involved and you know them, you'll catch on. Okay, I got it. I hear them. I know. Hey, come here, let's talk. What do you mean, let's talk? We were sitting at the table. I saw you. You kept you putting your little food in the napkin. And you put some under the plate. Why were you doing that? Don't you know better? I don't like that. Well, what do you mean you don't like it? You've been eating it. What do you mean you don't like it? I don't like it anymore. We had it at school all the time. Well, so you don't mean you don't like it. You mean you eat it too much. You don't want that. You tired of eating that? Yeah, I didn't want that for dinner. Oh, okay. Well, that's just a minor thing. But it could be something huge. But you notice that something was going on. Something was different. They normally like gobbling food down. But they act like they didn't even want that. This child has been coming to the table because you are engaged, because you see them. You've been having conversations. You can look at their face and tell, hey, how's school today? It was okay. It was just okay. It wasn't good. No, when we were having football practice and this one guy, he kept acting up and then we had to run extra laps and I had hurt my ankle and it was just rough. Okay. I know you didn't look like maybe you didn't feel good or something was going on. Well, I guess I should have written a note to say that, you were having problems with your ankle. It's okay. I mean, if we had just done the one lap at our own pace, I would have been okay. But because, we had to do extra, it was a problem. But it's okay. But you were engaged. You know what was going on. So you don't want something to be going on. Somebody's been abusing that child. Somebody's been bullying that child. Somebody has been verbally abusing that child. And you're not hearing them when they start doing and acting differently. Don't always think that when they get certain ages, oh, they're 12, or they're 15, or they're just acting. It may not be that. So get to know your child. Know their demeanor. It's not one of those things I'm saying, when they get in trouble or someone says they did something, not my child. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying get to know them so you can look at their face and tell when they're not telling the truth. You can look at their face and tell when something's wrong. Get involved, be engaged. So when they try to tell you something without telling you something, and they're just acting because they want you to pay some attention and say and ask, what's going on? You don't have to wait till they say, can you hear me now? You didn't hear me when I was doing this and this and this. Now I'm in trouble. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Listen, get involved, pay attention. It will save you energy, pain, and misgivings along the way. Be that great father. Take the time with your child, whether you're in the home with them, see them every weekend, every other weekend, every month, whatever. It can be in a different state. Stay engaged. We got FaceTime, Skype. I don't think too many people use that, but we still got Skype. We have FaceTime. We have WhatsApp. WhatsApp. We got all this stuff. You can communicate with them. You can see what their body is telling you, the body language, their gestures or whatever. So let's get involved so we can stay on top of what's going on and be proactive rather than have to be reactive. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. Can you hear me now? I hope you do. You did. Please join me Tuesday, June 18th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Blueprint for Success. My guest is going to be Pastor J. Scott Cotton of Jacksonville, Florida. So please tune in as we talk about the most memorable gift. The most memorable gift. That's Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you will enjoy it. Tune in. Remember, this year, Build Your Best Life. We are declaring Jeremiah 29:11 over your life. God wants you to have what? Prosperity, not disaster, and the future that you hope for. So please, please, please remember to design your blueprint for success based on the plans that God has given you. Put in the work and build your best life. And remember, building your best life is our business. That's not a slogan. It's our commitment. I love you. Be blessed. Stay safe. I hope to see you Tuesday. Bye-bye.